So we can go for take that business, retail business. So I want to know that how much sales is happen in that particular store. If I go with a particular Hyderabad, we have so many stores, right? We have in Sanatnagar, we have in Kukatpalli, we have in KPHP, or different location. We have so many stores. So I want to know that what was the sales is happening in that particular store wise. What is the total sales is happening in that particular store? How much profit I get it, and how much loss I get it. Okay. So how that guy, he's like a CEO or director or vice president, they want to know that what is the sales is happening in the store level. So for that high level people analysis purpose, we are building the visualization. What they will, I want to take establish a one store in India. One more, sorry, I want to establish store in Hyderabad, some other location. So what are the calculations I can go for it? So first I can check that how was the sales in Hyderabad stores. It's profitable or loss making. So we are getting profit from that source or loss making. How that person who are going to be take a decision that ఎవరైతే డెసిషన్ తీసుకోబోతున్నారో వాళ్ళకి తెలియాలి ఏ స్టోర్ పెడితే ఇక్కడ పెడితే ప్రాఫిట్ వస్తుందా లాస్ వస్తుందా. ఆల్రెడీ రన్నింగ్ బిజినెస్ లో మనకి ప్రాఫిట్ వస్తుందా లాస్ వస్తుందా. సో యూ కెన్ నో దట్ ఐకియా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్డ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, సారీ హైదరాబాద్ ఫస్ట్. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్, the sales was good maybe. So recently the IKEA store opened in Bangalore as well. IKEA store is a Bangalore కూడా పెట్టేశారు. So Indian people are interested to buy that IKEA products where it is making is profitable. Then they can start establish few more stores into the locations. Okay, so that analysis they want to do that what was the sales is happening at store level and it's a profitable or loss. How much profit we are getting? Which products are selling more? Which products are selling more? These are all things they cannot go for calculate themselves. So they need a report or visualization which can be represent as which product is selling more, which product is not selling more. Is a product demand is there in the market, then produce more products. Demand is not there, stop the production. Okay, which products are selling more, then produce. They can go for bring the more products. So how they can go to know that that will be happens based on the visualization. Any business you want to establish or you want to stop the business, based on the visualization you can go for take a decision. So the main purpose of the visualization is decision making thing. If you want to take any decision, you need a one visualization which we can represent that we are getting profit or loss in the business. Okay, that is the decision making can be taken by the decision making can be taken by the end users. So simply, so even you can see that in Google Pay or GPay, I have seen that they're giving reports as well. How much you are spending on which area? For the groceries, how much you are spending? For the food, how much you are spending? For the mobile recharges, how much you are spending? You can check that option. Or exactly, I didn't remember that. Google Pay or Phone Pay, I have seen the report per month. How much you are spending on that? There is a pie chart which can representing that how much you are spending money on the particular area. So that is a good thing. It's like we know that how much we are spending on which area, how much. So that report say that this is the amount you are spending on monthly basis in this particular area. Try to either whatever the decision you want to spend more, or you can go with that, or try to change your mind and reduce your try to save your money more and try to reduce your debts. Okay, that's a decision can be taken by the visualization. So any BI tool you are going to be use it, decision making, what are the visualization we build it will help to the decision making. Okay, so why we are going to the Power BI then? We have the multiple tools. Why we are going to the Power BI? So Power BI is the leading. It's like Power BI from first thing is Microsoft. So Microsoft is the leading in the market because computer OS is a Microsoft, computer database is Microsoft, and what are the application? Computer cloud technology Microsoft. So the package, even the Microsoft can sell the products by package as well. So if you buy this one will we can get a discount. Kind of thing deals they can do with the organizations. So I need to everyone. So everyone in basically the traditional databases, Microsoft SQL Server is leading. So reporting lists, SSIS, SSRS, these are the traditional BI tools are there. So they are also used by the different clients. So the Power BI is the advanced tool where we have that self-service reporting business tool. So we have that different capabilities with the Power BI. So the same way it is from that branded company. So everyone going to migrate all their projects into the Power BI, and the visualizations also more effective and very user friendly. So they started migrating all traditional BI reports to that Power BI now. That's why the Power BI is leading in the market. So everyone migrating to that. So if you want to go for learn the Power BI, do you require any tools? We don't require to know that any tools. Just we require basic knowledge of SQL and Power BI desktop itself. Okay, Power BI desktop itself we require that. So if you want to do the analysis, what is the basic requirement? If you want to do a analysis, what we required actually? మనకి ఏం కావాలి ఒక రిపోర్ట్ బిల్డ్ చేయాలి అంటే? Tell me that. Just respond to me my question. It's like more interactive we can make it as. So then you can go for
Data కావాలి.
data కావాలి. So we need that data to build a visualization. So the data from where we are getting, client which kind of database they are using, from the database we are going to be get the data into the visualization. So that's a database. We require the one database where we can store the huge amount of data and very secure way. Okay. So the databases also they have it like Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, Teradata, kind of databases we have it. So generally we can go with SQL Server. Okay. So SQL Server database is a database is a place where we can store the data in a tabular format. So general databases we can store the data in a table format. Okay. So what are the data? Suppose if you go for sign up for the Amazon account or Flipkart, or you can go for sign up for the Google account. So everywhere we can go for give our details, right? What is your email ID? What is your phone number? And what is your gender? These are all details we can share that. So where these applications, going to store the data, they can store the data in the database itself. Their appropriate databases, they can store the data. Similarly, client also can store the data related to their business in any one of the database. Okay, we can go for connect to the database and we can use the data to build a visualization. We can go for connect to the database and we can fetch the data and we can build a visualization on top of it. Okay, so that's the main thing we need to know that. Then we can jump into that. What is the Power BI architecture? Okay, what is the Power BI architecture? So far, do you have any questions? Clear? So what is the main purpose of the reporting? What is the use of that reporting? Why we are going to the Power BI?
Yeah, Power BI is the BI desktop application, but offline or online application?
So Power BI desktop is a offline application. You can go for download it from the Power BI site in the Microsoft Power BI site, and you can go for build a visualization in offline. Okay,
Okay.
if you have the
Okay.
data source in memory. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So here you can see that the simple application where we have it, data source, I have it. See that what kind of data source you have it. It may be DB2, it may be Oracle, or it may be SQL Server. Okay. So from the data source, we can take the data, and what happens is here Power BI desktop. Once we get installed our Power BI desktop in our mission, we can go for connect to the different database servers. Either it may be the database server, it may be the text file, it may be the CSV file, it may be the Excel file. So we can go for connect to that file and we can fetch the data into the Power BI desktop. So Power BI desktop is the component, main component where we can do the all the development activities, visualization building, everything we can be done by the Power BI desktop level. Okay, all visualization and development activities we can done by the Power BI desktop level. Okay. So once you build that visualization, so all the development activities are done. I have built visualizations and pages and all things. So how I can share with the client? What is the way I want to share that into the client? So I can save that file. I will send it by email. Yes, you can send it, but it's not a secure gateway. It's not secure method to share that to the end users. Okay. They can spend so much of money on that business. They don't want to go for the public and share that. So hackers are will be get ready for that. So they can go for hack it, and they can see what is the business, how their business is going on it, and they can try to sale for another organization. So here very secure way means the competitor would be there. They want to know that other person how they are doing the business. So they try to sell that for money. They can encash it. Okay, that's why we cannot share it by public Gmail kind of thing. They can go for share it by their personal office email IDs, or even we don't do that by email. Even these days, they directly publish into the either Power BI services or public report server. Power BI report server. Okay, what is this two options? Power BI report server and Power BI services. Okay, Power BI report server is a physical server where you can take one computer, you can go for install the Power BI report server on that, and it's treated like a Power BI report server. So it should be run by 24/7. There is a one administrator who can take care of that server. Any failures comes or everything. So three shifts, three members need to be work on it and take care of that server. Okay. So we can go for connect to that server and fetch the data into the by web UI. Okay. So that's already existing environment. The new environment is Power BI services. So Power BI service is nothing but it's a cloud environment. What are the visualization we build it, that's we are going to publish into the cloud. So who can going to provide that cloud? So we have the three different cloud providers in the market: Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services. It's like Amazon Web Services, AWS. Okay, and third one is Google Cloud. These three are leading cloud in the market. So anyhow, we are from the Microsoft background. So we have database SQL server from Microsoft. We have the Power BI from Microsoft. We can go for choose the Azure services. Okay, we can go for choose it. We can go for publish that into the Azure cloud. Okay, Power BI services from the Azure. So our data, once we bought that cloud services from the Azure, they will take care of that backup thing and data loss or everything. They can take care of that. Nothing to worry about that. Okay. So they will provide all services to us. So once we publish it, so we can share that to the end users. So I have published my report into the Power BI report server and Power BI services here. So go for check it from your end and confirm with us. Is that fine, or do you want me to do some changes or anything? Okay. So then end users can access those reports or visualizations. So from the it may be from mobile, it may be a laptop, it may be from the tab. Anything they have available, they can go for check that. Okay, this is the basic flow of the data overall. It's like a high level how data can be flow from sources to the end user. Okay, any questions here? Clear this? Any questions?
No.
Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the basic architecture of that. So what are the components, main components here? Power BI desktop and Power BI services. So mostly 190% people are moving to the Power BI services nowadays. So we publish the data into the cloud. Okay. So next, when you go for Power BI desktop, yeah, before going to that, what are the Power BI services provided by the uh, Microsoft? We have the three actually. Power BI free. Okay. So Power BI services free, Power BI services pro, Power BI premium for user. Okay. They will ask you what are the different services options we have in the Power BI. You can say that Power BI free, Power BI pro, and Power BI premium for user. Okay. So more detail, anyhow, we can go for discuss it. So just need three options. We have it: Power BI Free, Power BI Pro, and Power BI Premier for user. Okay. Yeah. So what is the difference? It's like, what are the things can we do it at Power BI desktop level? What are the things can we do it at Power BI services level? And both, what are the common things we can do that in Power BI desktop level and Power BI services level? Can we see this? Power BI desktop. So many data sources, we can go for connect to the many data sources and fetch the data from them into the Power BI desktop. Okay. We can connect from using the Power BI desktop. We can connect to the many number of data sources. So we can do the transforming data. So Power BI desktop, when you go with the Power BI desktop, we have mainly three components: Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. We have the mainly once coming to that tab Power BI desktop, we have that three components: Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. In the Power Query level, we can go for do the transforming part. We can do that ETL process: extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay. We can go for connect to the different sources and we can transform the data and we can load the data into that. So nothing but we can Power Pivot, we can load the data. So the ETL activities can be done by Power BI report itself. Using the Power BI desktop itself, we can go for do the ETL activities as well. So it will support the ETL as well. Okay. So earlier days, we can go for use the separate ETL tool, do that. It's like on top of that, this is SSIS, Informatica, or like data stage. These are the ETL tools we have it. So they're required to go for ETL experts to do that. And similar kind of work we can do with using the Power BI desktop, using the Power Query. In the Power BI desktop, the Power Query option is there where we can go for do the ETL activities.
ETL means?
Okay. ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
ETL stands for extraction and transformation and loading. So I will explain you that how it would be the process. Okay. That is mean of transformation here. That's the meaning of transforming, shaping, modeling. The three will come under that. Transforming, shaping, and modeling will be under the ETL. Okay, next we can create the measures at Power BI desktop level. Calculated columns, we can do that. We can connect to the Python. We can go for, it's like Python code also, we can connect to that Python and we can write a Python code as well. And themes, RLS creations, these are all things. Okay, RLS, nothing but a row level security thing. So these are all things can be done by the Power BI desktop level. Okay, these are all options. These are all the things we can done by the Power BI desktop level. And Power BI services level, some data sources. So somebody ask you, I can build a dashboard directly Power BI service level. I will create a report directly at Power BI service level. Yes, you can create a Power BI service level, the report, but you don't get all the options which are there in the Power BI desktop. Okay, you cannot see all the options which are there in the Power BI desktop level. Only few options you have it. Similarly, some data source only you can connect it from the Power BI services. You cannot connect to all the data sources. On only databases ki connect అవ్వలేం. Only few options ఉంటాయి Power BI services level. At the same time, the dashboard is unique. We can create at Power BI services level. Dashboards మనం Power BI services level లోనే create చేయగలుగుతాం. Okay. Apps and workspaces. Apps and workspaces. Workspace we can create in data services level only. Apps and workspaces కూడా only Power BI services level we can create it. And sharing the data. Once you publish your visualization, if you want to share that to the users, we can do it from the services level only. We cannot do the sharing thing from the Power BI desktop. And data flow creation, how the data flow will be happening. That's also creating the data flow and page netting reports. Again, RLS management. It's there in that Power BI desktop level at the same time. So RLS creation is there in Power BI desktop level. Management, row level security management, that can be done by the Power BI services level. And gateways creation as well. Gateways connection. If you want to share your data very secure gateway, then it's like on-premises gateways. Then gateways we can do it at Power BI services level. Okay, that is also can be done by the Power BI services level. On commonly in both areas, which the commonly we can do it is reports we can build in both areas. Visualization also we can create it. Securities we do that. Filter, applying the filters also we can do in the Power BI desktop level and services level. Bookmarks also we can create it, or it's like a question and answers. So one question it's an advanced feature in the Power BI. I haven't seen in the other BI tools. So if you simply request something, so tab Power BI will provide you that related visualization. That is very advanced option and a very good option in the Power BI. And R visualizations. So here R is the one of the programming language. So you can go for connect to the R and you can run those visualization in Power BI as well. Okay, these are the options which we have in that Power BI desktop level and services level, and differences. And what are the options we have in both the areas. Okay, each and every topic, when we go with each and every topic wise, we can go for detailedly discuss that. Okay, same thing. This is also where we can do that, what we can do at Power BI desktop level and Power BI services level. Okay, yeah. So you asked me that, right? What is the ETL? So ETL means it stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, so where we can go for different OLTP systems and OLAP systems. So different sources where you can go for. First one, I am storing my data. When I started my business, I store my data in a Excel format. So Excel is free from Microsoft. I can save my entire data into the Excel format. So after a couple of days, after 1 year or 2 years, I established my business more countries. So I can capable, I can afford that is a SQL Server database cost. So I can buy a SQL Server software and I can load my entire data into the SQL Server. Okay, and when you go for another location, I can store my data in Oracle. Another location, I can store my data in MySQL. Okay, so Excel in Mumbai location, I'm storing my data in Excel. Delhi, I'm storing my data in SQL Server, and Bombay location, I'm storing my data in MySQL. I'm storing my data in Hyderabad Oracle database. So why you are going to use this different database? Based on the location, the cost of the product will be different. So when we go for buy a laptop in India, we need to spend that 40 to 50,000. Whereas if you go for buy the same product in the US, the cost would be 25,000. The difference should be there. So similarly, based on the location, based on the product, the cost would be variant. So that's why based on the location, I use that different OLTP systems in different location. So when I came to know that I need a analysis, I want to know that how the business is happening. So then what happens is different databases are there. It's a difficult to analysis. So what I need to do that. So I can go for extract all the data into single format. I want to extract all the data into the single format. So what I did is using the ETL tool, we can extract, we can take the data from different sources. మనకి ఏవైతే different locations లో different sources లో ఉందో data, ఆ డేటా ఏం చేస్తా అంటే సింగిల్ ఫార్మాట్ లోకి ఒక డేటాబేస్ లోకి తీసుకొచ్చుకున్నాను. సో వన్స్ ద డేటా ఇస్ ఇన్ సింగిల్ ఫార్మాట్, మనకి ఒక ఫార్మాట్ లోకి డేటా వచ్చేసిన తర్వాత ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈజీ టు డూ ద ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్స్. Okay, so once data I can take into SQL Server database, what I will do is transforming data. What kind of transformations you can do that? So transforming data is nothing but ekkadaina data proper format lo ledu ante we can arrange that. So based on client requirements, we are spaces unnai, it's a proper raw data undi, it's not in the proper format. So we have some transformations in the ETL, joining. Okay, you can go for sorting the data, high values first and low values last. And you can go for clean the data, spaces or unwanted fields are there, we can remove them, everything we can go for clean the data. Once you can transform the data into the required format, then we can go for load the data into the OLAP system. That's we can call it as a data warehouse. This is also data warehouse is a place where we can store the use amount of data. Okay, where we can go for store the use amount of data. That's we can call it as a OLAP, online analytical processing. OLTP means online transactional processing. Okay, so my entire data into the one place. From there, we are going to be connected to that our business intelligence tools and build the visualization. So actually our work will start from here. Our work will start from here. So this process is taken by the ETL. So this entire process now we can done by the Power BI Power Query editor. Okay, we can able to do that. Okay, we can able to do this ETL process can be done by the Power Query editor. Okay, clear this? Any questions on it?
పవర్ బిఐ కుడిటర్లో ఎప్పుడు డేటా అనేది దాంట్లోనే మనం లోడ్ చేసుకుంటామా లేకపోతే ఎక్సెల్ బుక్ ఉంది కదా దాని నుంచి లోడ్ చేసుకుంటామా?
Yeah, generally Power Query editor lo data, it's like how you can connect it. Two types of connections would be there. So
ఓకే.
the connections we have it import or direct query. Okay, if you are in direct query, data always be there in that database.
ఓకే.
Okay,
క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఎక్కువ ఎస్‌క్యూఎల్ మీద ఉంటదా? లేకపోతే వర్క్ బుక్ ఉంటదా?
yeah. So based on max 90%, we can go for import mode use చేసుకొని డేటాని మనం pivot లోకి తీసుకుంటాం. Okay, in
ఓకే.
memory tool. The advantage of that Power BI and Tableau is these are the in memory tools. We can extract the data. We can import the data and we can save it into in memory. On top of that, we can go for build the visualizations. Okay,
ఓకే. ఓకే.
సో మెమరీగా తీసుకుంటాం. దానివల్ల ఏమంటే ఆఫ్లైన్లో కూడా మనం వర్క్ చేయొచ్చు.
ఓకే.
Right, so this
యెస్.
ETL process can be done by the ETL team. And next, what is the star schema? So generally when you come to the data warehouse, the person should know that what is the dimension table and what is the fact table first, and what is the star schema. Okay, so in the data warehouse mainly we have two types of tables. One is a dimension table and the one is a fact table. Okay, dimension table means so where we can go for store the master data, at the same time descriptive information. You can say that descriptive data. What is the descriptive data means? Descriptive data means it's like suppose we can take the employee information. So what kind of information we can give it once we enter into the organization? They can give a form, fill that all details. What is your first name, last name, gender, what is email ID, what is the phone number,
డిపార్ట్‌మెంట్ నంబర్.
your department, and everything they will ask. These are all related to that particular employee.
పీకే
Okay.
మీన్స్ ఎంప్లాయీ పీకే మీన్స్?
Yeah, PK in the sense it's a primary key. Okay.
ఓకే. యాహ్!
So primary key we have it. So FK means in the sales fact foreign key. So how we can join these tables is using the primary key foreign key relationship. Okay.
ఓకే.
So these are all dimension tables, types of dimension, employee product dimension, geographic dimension. Suppose we are going to that particular employee information or particular store information, which location it is there, which country, which state, and which city. These are all come under the geographic dimension. Okay, if we come to the time dimension, we have it like which year, which quarter, which month, and what is the week, and which date the transaction is happened. Okay, this all information can be stored in the dimension. So how these dimensions all can be connected with the sales fact is using the primary key foreign key relationship. Okay, so dimension table contains descriptive information. The fact table contains foreign keys of the dimensions and numerical values. What is the numerical values means? Suppose if you take the employee can have the basic salary, PF amount. Okay, if you have any commission, referral amounts, and HRA, these are all the numerical values, right? Measures. So those
యెస్.
are all kind of information can be stored in the fact table. Okay, those are all kind of information can be stored in the fact table. So these two types of tables are there in that. These two types of tables are there in the data warehouse: dimension tables and fact table. So this is called a star schema. This kind of schema we can design it in relationships where we can go for once the data cleaning is done, we need to make a relationship with the tables. That relationship is called as this is the star schema. What is mean by star schema is one fact table can join with multiple dimension tables, that we can call it as a star schema. That we can call it as a star schema. One fact table can join with multiple dimension tables directly. That's called as a star schema. Okay, this kind of joins we can use it in the star schema. Okay, so clear that what is a dimension table and what is a fact table.
యెస్. ఓన్లీ ఎస్‌క్యూఎల్‌లో జాయిన్స్ అండ్ query this
Yeah,
type of
same.
knowledge is
Yeah, same.
okay.
That is fine.
Okay. Inner join, outer join, and 4 joins is there. Okay.
Yeah, 4 types of joins is there. Those is if you know that it's the same kind of joins we have in the Power BI
O-
as well.
okay. Table creations.
Yeah,
This type of knowledge is okay for you.
yeah, that would be fine. But a little bit SQL you can write it. That would be helping. Okay,
Okay.
try to
Okay.
write some SQL part. When you go for interview, they will ask you write some. They will give some simple query and try to write it. So then we need to be capable to write that query. Once we enter
Okay.
into organization, we can take care of it. We can go for Google it and we can write that. But for interview purpose, we need to be prepared for that few queries.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So far, what we discuss is clear. Do you have any questions related to the tool and what kind of options we have it kind of thing?
మీరు రోజు మీది పవర్ బిఐ షేర్ చేసి రియల్ టైం చూస్తారండి.
Real time చూపించనండి. It's
Okay.
like my laptop, different laptop దాన్ని షేర్ చేయడానికి ఉండదు.
Okay.
Yeah. షేర్ చేస్తే నా జాబ్.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
అంటే మామూలుగా ఎలాగా చూస్తారు? ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా మీ డెస్క్‌టాప్‌లో చేసి మీరు చేస్తారండి తర్వాత?
Yeah. First, we can go for get the data into the desktop level.
ఓకే.
So we can go for build the visualization in desktop itself.
ఓకే. రియల్ టైమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఎక్స్‌ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారండి?
Yeah, I will explain that real time examples.
ఓకే. I have enough